Hello survivors, welcome to another Soulstone survivor video. Today we are playing on the engineer and we have a max curse, max difficulty build for you. It is involving a lot of the area of effect skills. So as you can see, we are running napalm blast, weakening shot and earthquake along with egg shooter. All of these skills did land up getting not necessarily buffs but fixes to the way that they interact. And previously they weren't applying negative effects or additional effects correctly. So now that that's been fixed and they should be doing that correctly, we are able to use them to, in this case, apply a lot of poison as well as a lot of fragility because we are running Kraken's Rum. So Kraken's Rum increases the damage that we gain as well as applies all of our skills then apply fragility, which means that Egg Shooter is going to be applying a whack ton of dazed as well as a lot of fragility. And then we've got our shattered, exposed and brittle with threshing blast dealing stacks of poison damage to the enemy. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be focusing on a lot of poison, a lot of these we'll call them synergetic skills just so we understand what they are. So in this case, it's blast support. For each skill you have of the type blast, improve your skills without the blast typing. We've got 2 blast typings, which means that this says 32%. It's actually going to go up to 64%. And that means it's going to increase everything's damage by that, extra, well, in this case, the extra 32% because we've already got the 16. So everything's damage, let's say, so now we can see 146. We grab that, it's now on 178. So really strong. We get it for reinforced projectiles now. So we have 1 projectile skill, actually 2 because this counts as a projectile skill. So the same as that, this is all going to go up by 24%. And we grab that and everything just got a whack ton of damage over there. Then again, we need multicast and cast frequency for Threshing Blast, as well as for the multicast and cast frequency on Egg Shooter. We also need to focus on damage increases for Threshing Blast and potency increases for Kraken's Rum. I'm not playing with Doom, which you can take. Look, if you want to, you can take the Debilitating Plague. The reason I do not take it is as soon as we take that, we're going to start filling our passive or our skills or our passives up with, all attacks may now apply Doom, which we do not want because that's going to take away an upgrade from something else instead. So we also don't need corrosive. We don't need the poison to deal damage. We just need to stack as much damage as much poison as possible so that Threshing Blast itself can gain more poison stacks and it deals damage per poison stack on the enemy. So we want to apply more stacks. We don't actually want the poison itself to be doing the damage. We don't need duration on the Kraken's Rum. We only need cooldown reduction because once we get the 0.9 seconds over there for that cooldown, that will be lower than the duration, which means it will be up 24/7, which is exactly what we want, which means that every single skill that we use will be applying fragility and we get increased damage from it. So increasing its potency will give us more damage, as well as always applying fragility on absolutely every single hit that we do. We then got Earth Shield because it runs with Earthquake. They're both aura skills as well. Or, I mean, this one's an aura skill. They're all lasting skills. They're supposed to be. That's a lasting one. Okay, they're not all lasting skills. I was mistaken. I thought somewhere I saw it as all lasting skills, but they're not. But anyway, so we've got the Earth Shield for the defenses so that we can heal up any of the damage that we take. Since we don't have Bulwark and the block, we need to take it in our skill, upgrades over here. So we're going to grab the critical hit chance. That's fine. We're actually going to remove powerful blows over there and we're going to grab some defenses. Area of effects really good over there. Cast frequency fantastic. And then every time we can pick up a skill shade, we will. We've got 16% for blast projectile, 22% for blast to nature. We've got some other ones somewhere. There we go. We got blast to earth. And here's more blast to earth, more blast to projectile. Beautiful. Alright, so things are looking very well. We are on Overlord Cycle 2 with this. This is, again, max difficulty, max curse. What I actually mean by that is max danger, max curse. So what happens with that is the danger level increases the enemy's health, damage, attack speed, and movement speed. The curse intensity increases the enemy's health, damage, attack speed, movement speed, and their life of the bosses. And then the overlord cycle increases the enemy's health, armor, body mass, damage, armor pen, attack speed, movement speed, the health received from me, and shield absorption. So we get negative effects and the bosses get positive effects, and that's what we mean by max curse, max difficulty. So along with the overlord cycles adding stats to the bosses every time we go through them, we've also got the additional stats from the curse as well as from the danger level, or the difficulty level or danger level. And this danger level is specific to the map that you play on, or that the map that you start on, since all of the maps on the overlord, or when you go through the red portal, they always land up in the same arena. But the danger level is regarding the very first map that you started on. So if you want your danger level to be on 0, then you need to play in the Scorching Valley. If you want a little bit of danger level to start pushing your builds, then you play it on a higher danger level like the Caves of Delzog maybe, or whatever the case may be, and then you'll be in a bit of a better place. So there's the cast frequency. We're on 7.8 now, which is great, which means we no longer need cast frequency on that, which means we could actually get rid of it now the next time we see it. So we no longer need any updates but potency for that. We're going to grab some movement speed over here and then the poison over there. Now the movement speed, as long as you've got about 100% movement speed, you don't even need to worry necessarily about your dodging, because with movement speed you are able to move to the point where absolutely nothing can hit you unless it's like very, very unlucky and there's maybe negative effects on the floor that you move into, or you're in a much higher overlord cycle like 7, 8, 9, where it doesn't matter how much movement speed you have, bosses are still, they got so much attack speed and cast speed that they can actually hit you regardless. So right now we don't have to dodge, but I like to, just to be a little bit safe. And you can see we're doing so much damage. Also, because we are running Napalm Blast and Weakening Shot, you can hardly see the floor, but as long as you got the healing from Earth Shield or any other build that maybe has something for you there, you don't really need to worry about that. So we don't need that cast frequency anymore. Cast frequency on these are very, very good, especially on the egg shooter. And we can start maybe, I think we'll actually re-roll this. Grab the reinforced projectiles. I should have got that block chance, but it's fine. We're going to grab the damage and just re-roll more times. We're going to grab some more critical strike chance. We actually don't need crit in our skill tree. I just remembered that. So let's find one and get rid of it. We'll grab the multicast there. That's a nice life to have. And cast frequency on our Threshing Blast. It is only on a 1.4 second cooldown. We want to try and get that as low as possible. Again, it doesn't have to be low, because the more poison you have, the more damage it's going to do. But, you know, it's like a ramping damage. So we want to try and get as much of it as possible. No greens over there. We can grab, we don't need death and decay, so we can actually get rid of that. I don't think we need more area of effect. The multicast there is fine. I don't want to banish that. Do we need damage over here? Damage increases the brittle damage, so that's fine. Reroll that. Unbreakable is good. No. We'll grab the reinforced projectiles. That's good. Skill from blast projectile, also pretty good there. Now we just hope when it's a projectile, blast projectile, it's landing up with egg shooter and not the Kraken's Rum. If you want to find out if it is doing it with the Kraken's Rum, you can see the green line that moves with it. If you see that line reset like halfway or just at any time before the cooldown is reduced, you'll know that that was actually a skill chain. So that you can actually see it double starting half the time over there. So keep an eye on it, and I'll be able to tell you when it just skill chained. So there it just skill chained. Let's see, there it just skill chained again. So sometimes there it just did it again. So sometimes it could skill chain from or to the egg shooter as well instead, and in that case it doesn't matter too much. But In this case, it's just so I can show you, the skill chain is actually working. Do we need more critical strike chance? Yes, we do. We don't need damage for that. We need damage for the threshing blast. Alright, so now because Egg Shooter shoots in a standard direction, we do want to use our manual aim for it when the bosses are alive, because that's going to help us kill the bosses as quickly as possible, applying those massive stacks of fragility, poison and dazed to them. And then obviously the brittle and everything else will be applied using the area of effect from our earthquake as well as the other area of effect skills. One thing to note is as soon as you go into the overlord cycles, earthquake stops showing the blue circles, so it was just like a visual clarity thing in the beginning, so they kind of show you what it looks like. I am on full visuals, and you would have noticed that earthquake doesn't have the blue line around it like it normally does. I don't know when that happened. It could have been this latest update, or it could have been the update before that, and I've just never noticed because it's been a while since I played with earthquake. But as you can see, it makes a very big difference visually to assist us in seeing or making sure that we don't have those blue lines, because a lot of the complaints from players, especially with like ammo crate or ammo box, is that we've got that horrible yellow on the screen the entire time for the skill. So I haven't played with that skill recently since the updates. Maybe it has been removed. I hope it has, because that one was quite terrible. But as you can see, it doesn't really matter for me because we've got so much happening on the screen regardless, that little bit of extra yellow wouldn't make that much difference. However, it's like a pulsing yellow and it's like a box around us, so it is very, very noticeable, and a lot of people don't like that, so we understand why. We can't even get rid of that. We'll go multicast there. We'll get more poison. I want to see a bit more. That's pretty good over there. We are re-rolling to see if we can get better upgrades, but sometimes we're not going to have all the re-rolls in the world. I don't have banishes anymore. Haven't been using my locks as much, but I haven't really been finding anything to lock away. So I did use it when I found some legendaries in the beginning. So there were like 7 things that were locked between levels, including skills, because we landed up seeing like a threshing blast and egg shooter in the same level up. And because they both are not... egg shooter is available on the character itself, but threshing blast as well as the Kraken's rum are not native to the engineer, who is what we're playing on, and therefore we needed to use skill mastery nature and skill mastery projectile, and that helps us out over there. Also, I never went through the ruins. If you want to know what they are, then just ask me down below in the comment section and I'll let you know. I just completely forgot to go over them, but we can go over them now. It's more of a, I know someone's not watching the entirety of this video, so you might miss this, but it's improved repertory, synergetic, death's touch, and sure-footed. The reason we use death's touch is threshing blast needs poison. Even though it says it deals damage based on the number of stacks of poison, it doesn't poison itself. And in order to get those you now apply poison upgrades, we needed something to be a catalyst to the poison. So we needed a skill that does apply poison. In this case, I wanted these skills. I didn't want another skill applying poison. So what we did is we ran Death's Touch, which means that if we kill enemies, they explode and apply poison. That counts as a source of poison. Therefore, it makes it so that it's possible for us to gain poison modifiers on all of our other passives to gain that over there. But that's everything for today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're gonna stop it for now. If you play this build, let me know how far you get with it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.